Hello and welcome back to Saber Outdoors on this frigidly cold day. It's down in the 30s, guys, but we're still trying to catch a few fish. Today, we're gonna try our luck fishing right next to the road at Brickyard Pond. Guys, Brickyard Pond is a fishing in neighborhoods lake. That means that this is a state-stocked lake with special state limits on the fish. And we'll get into that later. But we're gonna try our luck for trout because it's in the 30s and I think trout's the only thing I will be able to catch today. But if we can get these things caught, I might actually work some over today. We'll get to that later on. But guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into our day. You all stay tuned. All right, guys, we're here at the pond. Let me walk over and I'll show you the regulations. If you want to know more about those, pause it, look at it all you like. But for our purposes today, 5 trout is the limit. Now we're using our Lew's ultralight setup and we're using a Joe Flies Super Striker in March Brown. I love this color. But guys, we're gonna try our luck. First cast. Boy, it is icy cold. I'm on. And it's not even a trout, it's a largemouth bass. Ooh, baby. Let's get you off. That is not a large bass, but he's a lot better than I was expecting for bass. My man, it is 35. What are you doing biting a moving bait? I'm so happy to see you. I'll kiss you twice. Go tell your mama I saw you today. Guys, I cannot believe I just caught a bass in, let's just get the phone out and look. Because I'm betting it's, let's just see. 45. I don't know if you all can see that good or not. 45. I thought it was in the 30s, but it's in the 40s. But still, bass catching in the 40s. I am very surprised. But guys, we're gonna keep on keeping on. My finger's awful cold from being around this wet line, but I'm gonna keep pushing because I really want to catch all the fish that I can for you. I'm hoping to catch at least 2 of these nice trout out of here. But a bass was a nice bonus. I sure ain't mad at it. Guys, I see this big fountain here. Trout usually are stream fish. They might gravitate to something like this simply because it has a lot of oxygen around it. So let's try our look right through here. Well, I can tell as soon as I move out of that sunlight too, it gets cold. Oh, I'm on. Guys, the fountain is the thing. Okay, so now that we've got a fish on the ground, let's set him to one side, look around and hope no one steals my stuff, and we're gonna go get something to put him on stringer, because I ain't losing my fish. Can't believe I'm catching fish in 45-degree weather. All right, guys, we're just gonna open our box, grab our Handy dandy thing. Take this one if I need a little extension. We're gonna run back to my fish. Whew. Guys, I prefer this style of stringer for trout because normally in Kentucky it's 8 fish. This has 8 things on it, so it's easy to keep track of them. Now of course here it's only 5, but still it's easy to keep track with one of these. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this other stringer on it to extend my range so that I don't have to get close to this freezing cold water. Our fish is still here. He's gotten himself off of the hook, which is fine by me. But we're going to put him on stringer. And we're going to throw the stringer in the water, that way he stays alive. One overhand, because he ain't got a lot of strength to pull. And I ain't going nowhere. Ooh. If I can catch me a limit of trout, you have no idea how happy I'm going to be. That was the first cast into this fountain. And he was there. Ooh, and I just saw one jump. I hope you all could see that on camera. I think I finally found him. It took me a good 45 minutes, but I think I found the area that they're in. Oh, come on. Oh, come on in, brother. Come on in. We're going to let him flop in the leaves for a minute. I'm not even going to worry about that. And we're going to get our thing up. Is he as big as the last one? They're pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and take him off and on him. Now I know you all may not be aware that live elsewhere in the world, Kentucky has a no cull rule on their trout. So as soon as you put it onto the stringer like I'm doing, you own that trout. You take care of that trout, you have to keep it. There is no throwing him back if you catch a bigger one. So that's 2 on the stringer. And we're just gonna do like before. Feed it through the bench, put us a simple knot. And we're gonna go back fishing because we found them and we are catching them, baby. 45-degree weather or not, we are doing it. All right, guys, we're gonna take a warm my hand up break. And we may be doing other things when I get back. We'll see you in a minute. Guys, we're gonna run back to the truck and make a change of lures. Oh guys, my back seized up and I'm not in a good way. Oh, Jesus in heaven. But I've got to take care of these fish. It's the law and I'm a follower of the law. So guys, we're done fishing for the day. Now we're just gonna suffer for a while. Oh, I tried to sit down and make it a little better, but that didn't work. Oh, baby. Whew. Oh, any uphill or downhill just right now is murder on me. We're just gonna come get her rod. Whew. Get her fish. Oh. And we're gonna walk the truck and we'll see how I feel when I get home. I only got the 2 fish. I don't think I'm seized up where I'll never straighten again, but I'm not in a good way, and I'm not staying here to fish anymore. I got to get home, sit down at least, and see what my back's going to end up being like. But guys, we'll see you later on or another day. All right, guys, we've made it back to the house. My back's slacked up a little, but I can't straighten it too quick. But guys, hurt back or not, whatever or not, we have fish to take care of. And if I'm not bedridden, I'm gonna take care of the things that I kill. If I kill something, it's gonna be took care of. That's disrespectful to the animal if you just kill it, then throw it away or leave it laying. But all we need to clean these fish here, knife, I've got a good Kershaw knife here, and a spoon, just a clear plastic spoon. Oh. And we're gonna take our knife, and it's easy to do this. Now we drove with these in the back of the truck 30 miles. They've been dead for a while. All you do is you get your fish and you head them, boom, no more head. You tail them, boom. Oh, come on. No more tail. We'll put those things in the garbage. Now to gut them, you start at the vent in the very back. You go into that and you cut all the way up. Cut through any gills or anything. And you just cut that straight up. And then you just take your spoon, you hold your fish open, take your guts out, give them a pitch. Something will come eat them guts. But you scoop out all that mess. Maybe. There we go. You scoop out that mess. Now, against the back of this trout is I call it a crud line. I don't know the right name for it. But you take your knife and you go up that. And right here's where your spoon really comes in. You take your spoon and you rake that out. And it's full of old nastiness. You rake that out real good. Now, is that a requirement? Nope. Do I suggest it? Oh yeah. But you can see now the inside of that is reasonably clean, and when I wash it later on, it'll get cleaner still. Guys, I'm not gonna bore you with the other fish. You just saw me do this one. I probably may not even cut anything out. But guys, I'm hurting pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification, because I'm literally hurting myself in order to make these videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.